Hello and welcome to Alice's Wonderland. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator. Today my video is going to be on creating this card. I'll be using this set, To the Moon. I will be honest, I ordered the stamp set specifically for this image, and because of one night my daughter was outside and it was raining, and she had a pitcher of water collecting rainwater, and her father the next morning said, "What is in this pitcher? It looks like water." And she's like, "It's moon water, Dad." And I had to laugh. Such a cute idea. So we didn't dump out her moon water, but that is why I got this stamp set. So for our card today, I have mostly everything out for us. We are using Misty Moonlight, and that is a card base at 4.5 by 5.5. Our yellow piece is crushed curry, and that is 4 by 5.25. Our white piece, which we will be stamping on, is 3 3/4 by 5. So those are our measurements. I will be using small strips, 1/2 inch strip that I used when cutting these. I decided to use them here. So, but let's start stamping. So first of all, we need our piece of paper for stamping, and I do need to look at the image that I created. I have had so much fun with this stamp set. It's hard to believe that it's didn't have more followings on YouTube yet. So I am just going to randomly stamp the stamp that looks like somebody traced it on a star chart. Let's see here. Oops, messed up. So we're gonna flip it over. Thank goodness paper has two sides. There, 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 here. It's not gonna be exactly like my original, but it will get me there. And I'm gonna put it there, a little piece there, and maybe a piece there. So that's all the stamping I'm doing on this piece. The next color I'll be using, we don't need, oh, Bumblebee is the ink I'm using, by the way. It is so close to crushed curry. And the next color we're using is Misty Moonlight, and we will be stamping the saying, "Always reach for the stars," which I think is a wonderful saying. Inspiring. There we go. Now this little tag I have is different. I am a big person of using what you have. This die stamped image was from a paper pumpkin. In fact, it was from June's 2021 Expressions in Ink paper pumpkin. I turned it over, but I am all out of that. So I am using this punched image a girlfriend gave me because it was convenient. And I'm going to stamp that with "Always reach for the stars." And of course, we need some little stars to stamp. So it's out with the Misty Moonlight and back with Mr. Bumblebee ink. And we're going to put some little stars around our saying. And just turn it, give it one there, there, and we actually are all done with the stamping images. Not hard, but such a cute little card. So there's our saying, there's our paper. Now, next thing we need is our moon, and I have little stars that I used an old punch for, but there are star dies and just any little punch you have, or even little dots. So my little moon, the stamp set does come with the moon image, but I have an old Stampin' Up punch that had a moon and stars, and that's what I just punched these out of crushed curry. So that's what we're going to use. We are going to use Stampin' Up dimensionals. If I get them out of my drawer, because I didn't have them on the table, for our moon. I like to place the moon first and then place, oops, if I can get it on there, then I can place the stars around it. Stuck to my finger. So I am going to place the moon here. And then take some liquid glue. I am a big fan of liquid glue. I prefer to use liquid glue in just about everything. So we are going to place some stars, and as you can see, I have a little tray here that I punched out. Get my glue going. The stars. Oops, if I can get a hold of one, there it is. And I'm just gonna place a little dab of that, and I'm gonna put that right there. And since the other ones are so little, I'm just gonna dab a little bit here, here. I know I want one down kind of at the bottom, and I think that will do it for that. So let's see. We'll do a super teeny one there. There's a medium-sized one. And another tiny one right there, and it's complete. So next is, you can see this is a 1/4 of an inch. I like this little wider base, so I'm going to glue that down. Guess I wasn't done with the glue at all. A little squiggle. A little, I like to, on my desk farther down, I have a line that I like to use, so this is going to be a little tricky for me, but that looks good. Then I'm going to flip it over and cut my ends off so they don't hang. Now we are going to glue that image down to our matte layer of crushed curry. More with liquid glue. It gives you a little wiggle room to make it look all pretty. And then we're going to get our card base, which is Misty Moonlight, which is such a beautiful blue. And same thing, little liquid glue. And give it a little slide maneuver, and our card is starting to take shape. Now, I do mail an awful lot of cards out, especially around any holiday. So I do like to try to keep them relatively flat, not too overwhelming with embellishments. And as this one is going to be mailed, so we have our always reach for the stars. Now, like I said, I love to keep everything and use what you have. So I'm going to show you how I got these little flags. If I could find my little guillotine cutter, hold on. This here came in a kit that you could order online. It was, sorry, forgot the name of it here. It had these butterfly cards in it. And anyways, they came in different languages, which I only needed the American. So I kept these because you could flip it over and stamp on the white side. Or what I did is I took and I cut the ends off like this. My little guillotine cutter. I put it at 1/4 of an inch and I cut. That noise you just heard was my daughter's dog Lucy deciding to sit on the floor. She's a tripod. And see, it's just gonna give us that little bit of an edge. So when I do this, I try to use the same piece on each end. I have multiple cards I will be making. So I'm gonna put some glue on this end, and I am going to take it right to the edge there so you cannot see the white of the printed lettering. There we go. Now I am gluing this flat down. Like I said, I spend a lot of money in postage. And I try to do the best I can. Oops. This one's a little off. Let's see if it'll come off. That's stinky. I gotta get it. Let's see. There, much better. And there is my To the Moon card. Says always reach for the stars. Hope you have a wonderful day, and thanks for joining me on my new YouTube channel. Once again, my name is Alice Seraphin, and this is Alice's Wonderland. Thank you, and visit me again. Have a good day. Bye.